And by what manner of misfortune has my erstwhile partner in crime found his end at your hands?
What?
This is a note to editing, Adam. Really work that pause.
Leave the whole pause. Oh my god!
All right. So, who remembers what happened last session?
Only one page of notes.
What? We spent a lot of time doing battle. That was like a lot of battle.
I did like
so
my notes leave off at Hot Pants got it, and that's it.
Roll initiative. Something large thumping behind the wall. Dysana saves Jack's life with a sneak attack crit. No biggie. Tyranna shark. Sharkosaurus Rex. I had already started writing Tyrannoshark when you guys were like Sharkosaurus Rex, so I'm like, fine. I'll be Sharkosaurus Rex too.
I like both.
Fine, we'll do it your way.
Yeah. Dysana remembered the broken wand and aims at the shark, and she launches herself in the air and falls prone.
Oh, that's right.
Hot Pants is swallowed. Frog leg necklace heals the fishy fuckers. Cliffhanger!
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot.
You know?
We found the crazy guy at the end.
Heals the fishy. I think you missed some stuff there.
Yeah, at that. Well, we fought the crazy guy, who was doing counter spells like a motherfucker at everything, and I recognized him, which is why we know he's probably between the counter spells and the embargo thing. I'm pretty sure.
And the journey of
like
the continents.
Now, one of the last things that you did in the last session was you went through this guy's stuff. And you found a note and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh yeah, we need to read this.
And now I actually have the note for you. It says, mysterious note. Andy, the fishfolk and their aberrations come and go at twilight from the worm's lair. I've been tracking their movement. Find the lagoon above the waterfall. The entrance is through the water by an ash sapling. Enter during daylight when the creatures are least active. Do what you must to get the device. I maintain my pursuit of the worm. Contact me when you have the device, and we will move on to the next phase. May the hammer strike the thunderbolt true. V. And as you've unfurled this note in order to read it, a thin little switch of wood tumbles out from the center of the rolled up letter, a wand of sorts.
Okay, but does that sign-off sound familiar to anyone, though?
May the hammer strike the thunderbolt true. Can we do like a history check or something?
You kind of did one last session, but yeah, sure. Go for it.
Ugh, I didn't roll well. I got an 8.
You got worse this time.
Yeah.
If other people are helping Hot Pants out, Hot Pants can have advantage.
Well, I guess the better question is: are we all reading the letter together? Someone reading it out loud, or was Jack just reading it by himself?
I feel like Jack would just read it to himself.
Well, no, I shared the gold, so I would read the letter out loud. I might pawn the wand.
He has to read it out loud to distract from the fact that he pocketed the spyglass.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
But I was unconscious for that bit.
That's why I thought he handed out the gold, because he's pockets the spyglass. We all are like, hey, and then he's like, gold!
Everybody forgot until Adam mentioned it, so...
Yeah.
I was better than I thought I was.
I knew that, but that's not
Well, we
information.
know that you have
Exactly.
it, though. Like, once we want it, we're gonna be like, okay, we know you have it.
But also, that would be something Roche would ask, though. Like, literally, is that sign-off something anyone recognizes? Because I don't know if that's familiar. It doesn't sound familiar to me, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing that he would know from his circle.
Can't say I'm familiar with it.
Never heard of it personally. But maybe we could ask some people. I do have connections.
But this is actually quite promising, because the letter implies that Lord Hamadryas is on the run, at the very least, as of the time of its sending, which is probably a good thing.
Kind of, but it also makes me a little nervous of something that could make something or someone of Hamadryas' stature be on the run.
Yeah,
I mean, anyone with a single letter for a name is pretty scary.
The Hot Pants just rolls his eyes.
Well, I don't think there's much else left for us here, is there? But I'm quite spent.
You guys, yeah. I'm an old man. Look at me. I'm so old. I can barely move. And we just went through a ton of fights. I am very tired. So, we need sleep.
Well, speaking of old men, though, this one here could be questioned
Hey,
if I have some time to rest. And I mean, there's just ways.
that is concerningly vague.
I have questions for this old man, and I'm on the Tabaxi side.
Resh and Hot Pants working together. I never thought I'd see the day.
I mean, sometimes your enemies are your friends, and sometimes your friends are your enemies. It evens out along the line.
On average, people are pretty much neutral to each other.
I didn't mean to be vague. I just know that there's magic that allows, the questioning of the departed. You can learn from.
You're a cleric. We know.
It's very useful when you're digging into the past, by the way.
We know what you get up to.
We know.
You
what
don't know the
you
half
weird
of what I've
religious
been up to.
fuckers.
With a partner like Dishana, you don't know the half of what we've gotten up to.
Ooh.
Dirty in multiple senses on that particular
Mhm.
one.
And yet not intentionally dirty.
Yeah, I think Hot Pants would be like, well, I've never seen a tabaxi or a cat and a raccoon fuck.
But that wasn't
I'd
something
watch
Resh
it.
actually said. That was just me saying that you don't know.
No,
the
it's
kind of
canon. No.
All right.
All right. So what's the plan then? You can see light sort of filtering up from the water in the north of this chamber.
I mean, we seem to be
Reasonable
in a
to
nice,
assume that
comfy
it
little
leads
chamber.
outside.
Though Hot Pants is like, I could just, I could crawl inside of this giant mega T-Rex, Sharkosaurus Rex. We could just cut it
You
open.
wanna
We could taunt
crawl
on this
back
bitch,
inside?
and we could just get inside of it. It'll be beautiful. He'll be
mean,
warm.
Come on, everybody. Get in the shark.
Come on, guys. Let's take a nap inside of this shark.
You know what? I'm kind of curious where that fucking guy was going.
Okay, that's not
Oh,
what I thought you
yeah.
were going to say.
Oh, where the fucking guy was going? He was swimming over here. He was gonna go
Yeah.
swim down there.
He
No,
said
from-
that.
This
From
is
the
the
letter.
moment that just occurred. Come on, everybody. Let's climb inside of the shattered remains of this meaty, disgusting shark.
Uh-huh.
And Dysana's like, you know what? I am kind of curious. Everybody stops and looks at her about where this guy was going.
I mean, he's-
Although she
Wait.
may be a trashy drogue, she has standards.
I mean, she's giving like Valley Girl vibes now.
Well, that's the thing. We're like, we just read the letter.
But do we have any not indication? What's the word about how long we've been down here? Since it was morning-ish when we came into the cave.
It hasn't been. You guys didn't take any rests or anything, but you did get a little lost from here and there. So I would say that it's probably getting on towards afternoon. Nevertheless, you've certainly had a full day. Besides that, so
Yeah.
you probably have enough daylight to get out and get away if you wanted to. But if you went to sleep right now, if you only took 8 hours, you'd be in the wee hours of the morning when it's dark, and
Right.
there could be monstros out in the woods.
All right,
in
so
the,
let's
the pine wild. So who
we
knows?
quickly informed Dysana that there's an entrance to the worm's lair right there, and that the note just told us that. Then that's the way out.
I mean, I think we should leave, but I'm not keen on swimming some unknown distance.
That's the thing
We
is
can
we're
just-
exhausted, and if we leave out of here and there's something else attacking us,
Well, no, I think we should
You're
leave.
fucked.
I'd vote for going back the way we came, where we have a fairly high level of confidence that everything's already dead and it's safe.
But where are we gonna go to rest? We really, 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 really need sleep.
We outside the cave, somewhere in the woods, off to the side. I'm just saying, I feel like resting in the home of the swan is more dangerous than resting outside the nest.
All right.
'Cause we don't even
somebody's
know.
gonna carry me because I'm old and I'm tired and I can't even walk anymore. So
I'm not sure I can carry you.
Well, you can stay here. You can be the rear guard, and then we will all leave.
That doesn't sound like a good.
It sounds like a great idea.
So then we're
See-
not gonna go through where this guy went. Okay. We're
Well, no,
go
the only problem
backwards.
I see is with either path, if we want to be able to question the corpse, then we need the corpse. And if we leave, we won't have the corpse.
But we have to sleep to talk to the corpse.
Can't you make one of those little fucking discs? The floaty disc?
That's a different game.
As an aside to Adam, as a cleric, would I know if I need the whole body or just like the head?
Literally, I am just looking that up right now because the way I've run it in the past, the head is all right, but okay. Here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna make it canon. All right, you would know because you have an understanding of the spells that are available to you. So I'm not gonna make you like roll for a spell that you know. That some pretty gross people have found that you can just take the head and question in it, provided that while the head is trying to answer the questions in absence of lungs, somebody blows into the tattered edge of the trachea
So
underneath.
what you're telling me is that we need to perform some thoracic surgery, and if we get both the head and the lungs, we're good.
If you get both the head and the lungs,
Or just
and I think the
upper
diaphragm,
torso
you're
would be
probably
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
Just take
What's
his
that?
legs off. They'd be fine.
and it would
Yeah,
save on
take the
weight.
legs, take the arms, just anything to make it more aerodynamic.
This fucking conversation right now.
It's a weird conversation, and I'm not super happy
What,
about
nobody
it.
wants to blow on his neck hole? I thought these were seasoned adventurers.
If Hop Hands could actually hear God saying this, he'd start licking his lips. Trachea.
Without hesitation, Dysana takes out her moonsicle and starts chopping at the thigh.
Okay.
All right. Well, while this is happening, I'm gonna go check out my old man wand in the corner.
I think
Okay.
I'm gonna wander over here and I'm gonna try to take some mega shark teeth.
Yep. There's also a lot of good meat there. No, I don't want to tell you what to do, but shark fin soup.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mm.
Yeah, I should cut
That's
off. Okay,
fucking terrible!
I want to cut off at least one
It is.
fin.
Okay. Jack
no.
can go ahead and make an Arcana check. What you got?
Oh, no, we lost him completely this time.
21. Okay. So this is a little bit of an unorthodox way of doing this. More common is the sending stone, but this seems to have all of the markings and, to your arcane eye, the spellcraft of a sending stone in wand format, a sending stick. So somebody has the other end of this wand.
Holy
You
shit,
can
he has a
speak to them
palantir!
should you elect to.
I also kind of love and am terrified that Dasana just jumped straight into dismembering this guy as if we have done this kind of thing before. We're just like, oh, we only need this bit.
She hangs out with all scavengers and stuff, you know?
You guys raid, like,
That's not the point.
old shit.
We
Of
both
course you're
have-
getting to mummies
We
and
both
shit.
have jobs. Resh
Not
doesn't
that
like to
we
get his
don't
fur
know that.
dirty.
It's just that it's now very obvious to everyone else.
I mean, what is Hot Pants gonna be like? Oh, these people might be a problem. They're a little weird.
Just saying.
I'm
I
really
see
glad you
Hot
got a
Pants
nat
looking
1
at-
to identify
I think-
that, Michael, because I can't remember what I gave you. Where did you
Oh.
find that again? It's got to be in my notes somewhere.
It was after one of the walls had moved. I made a joke.
Oh, yes! All right, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, this is a weird one. It is of a make that is very alien to you. And you can't really compare it to anything that you have. Your sizable experience, no doubt, but you can't compare it to anything in that experience. Of course, you could always use it and find out.
Oh, I'm going to. I've got to know.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever played a video game with this man, you know he's gonna touch every button to do everything.
Yeah, well, of course. Like, that's why I came up with the speak with dead thing, because I wanna speak with everything.
Touch all the buttons.
Yeah. And then, how much longer are you going to be reducing the burden, Daisana?
Probably take me about an hour.
An hour?
An hour?
Chop through 2 legs? Jesus Christ.
2
guess
legs and 2 arms.
She's an artist.
Tell you what, it only takes 40 minutes if you have your familiar join you with chewing on the sinews.
Okay. Do I have to? So I can't. I've used all my wild shapes though.
Yeah, no, we need to sleep bad.
I can't. So. Oh, do you know what though? So
I mean,
while upgrading.
what about your spell slot? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my spell slots.
Yeah, like the wild shape aspect of it is kind of a bonus through your subclass, but you can still use find familiar.
That's
and
right.
familiar.
Okay. I summon my animals again. What's a good gnar?
Probably the rat.
Well, rat is an
Rat
option.
or raccoon?
Yeah,
He just
but
takes a
raccoon.
scoop of flesh and runs over
I was gonna
on
say
his
the
2 back legs.
The raccoon's probably not gonna do quite as much damage, but the rats, as I've owned a lot of rats, and like they will chew through anything and quick, like
That's true.
even
eh?
like bars.
Okay.
Like, they get through everything.
Their big adaptation in the grand scheme of biology is that their face is essentially scissors.
Yeah, pretty much. They have these frickin' teeth. Yeah. Frickin'
Yep,
teeth.
like chisels.
I do that.
Okay, a rat appears and helps you chew through the guy's bits.
Can
What
I
do
make
fits?
the rat like pop out of the shark's mouth just as Hot Pants is trying to get the teeth and the rat just pops out of the shark mouth?
How far away?
Sure.
does
You might have to
bro
sneak up a
know?
little closer because it's like any spot within X amount of feet. I forget
So I'm
exactly
just
how
like
much,
bent
but yeah, you
over,
can make
just like pulling teeth. Oh, that's a good one.
Did Hot Pants share the feeling of familiarity? Share the information about feeling the familiarity of the old guy's style?
I mean, I think I did. I think I even did at the end of the last one. I was like, I recognize this guy, but
Mhm. Not the guy in particular, but like the sort of
yeah, I don't
idiom he's
recognize
clearly
him.
within
But it's like, yeah,
the way he spoke, the way he looks.
I think this guy's from where I'm from.
Yeah, he's dead now, but even when he was alive, he was drained of color, which yeah, you would associate with anti-mages.
Mm-hmm.
So not exactly the
what
kind of
I-
thing that you were.
A paladin who was like supposed
It's-
to go out and.
A
Yeah.
different role within the same society. Yes.
But
a
I
diff-
haven't told you guys that I'm a paladin yet, so I mean, I just let you know that, like, yeah, this guy's from where I'm from, but I don't really know.
So I'm gonna go over to Hot
And you guys
Pants
know I'm from Embargo. You do know that. You just don't know that I was.
and take out the magic scroll that was on the old man's body and show it to Hot Pants. What do you think of this?
The magic scroll? What magic
Yeah.
scroll?
The old man had gold, a letter, and a magic scroll, and technically, I guess, the spyglass.
All right. Well, Hot Pants. You know, he's. Give me a second. As he pulls out the tooth that he's pulling, and he's like, oh yeah. that's what I
Just
was
before he looks, a rat pops out of the shark's mouth.
Yeah,
and
you
runs
can-
over.
Just you could probably just
And Hot Pants is just slapping, trying to get this fucking rat away from him. He's just pissed. He's just. All right. Now he's all upset. All right.
can you help me figure out what this is all about? I mean, I know you have a thing for the dental arts.
Fine, old man. Let me look at it. Should I investigate it? Like, what should I do? I look at it. Insight?
Yeah, you can use an Arcana check if you want to. You're looking at it. I'll tell you, you can tell immediately that it's conjuration.
I mean, I might be better at this than you, old man.
I'm not actually sure why you brought it to him, to be honest with you.
Because he
But
thought
you
maybe
can-
it was
you can
from where
help.
I'm from. That's why I was wondering if I should do like investigation or insight.
no,
like,
it's a
is there
general
something about where I'm
magical-
from?
Nope.
Oh, so I take
Okay,
it,
no,
I look at it,
no.
I turn it upside down, I look at it, I'm like,
Okay, remember to use this
looks
time.
like a magical scroll. Just hand it back to him.
Is that a failure?
You rolled a 2, right? That's
Yeah.
a failure.
All
Yeah.
right, let's one more try. Okay, that's it.
Well, I mean, I could try. Let me at least try. Who knows? I got a 14. I still did better than this old man
With a -1.
with a -1.
Okay.
Fucking human.
This is all my fault for
You
not
guys
doing a
don't know
wizard.
shit. Gotta come to the dragon board for all the information.
All right. You can tell that this is the 5th level spell, Teleportation Circle.
Okay.
It is a spell that sort of creates a space on the ground that links to an existing teleportation circle elsewhere in the world.
Ooh, portal.
You have to have sort of like knowledge of that teleportation circle in order to go to it. It's which is to say, it could work on any teleportation circle on the same plane of existence.
But it's like having
that
to
you were on.
see where you're floating to with Misty Step. You need to know where the other.
Yeah, it's
circle
like
is.
it's fast travel. You can't fast travel to somewhere
until you've
never
opened
been.
up the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to know that address.
On the other hand, it's a 5th level spell scroll, so even if you can't really use it right now, it is worth a pretty penny.
Well, I tell him that.
While that's happening, Resh is just sitting kind of on the side trying to update his map from everywhere we've been in this cave.
Now, to be honest with you, as a result of Jack's backstory, he might know a teleportation circle or two, like an existing one. It's not very helpful in this current circumstances. They're all probably upwards of 1,000 miles away.
All right, so I'm like, well, you're in luck, old man. I do know what this is. It's a super strong spell, but it's teleportation. But we need to know where the other.
Ooh,
The
it's
other portal is.
teleportation. That's
It
good.
is. Yeah, but we need to know where the other portal is to be able to use it. But it could.
Portal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one portal to another portal, but we need to know where the other portal is.
Huh.
I
That's
should clarify, any other teleportation circle this could link to, not just to like one specific one.
Yeah. I just like we need to know where the other circle is that we want to get to use it.
And the halls of power have a tendency to keep those relatively secret. Just, to avoid having just anybody show up and potentially even invade via it. Like I said, Jack almost certainly has seen one or two in his time.
I was gonna say Jack probably knows that as soon as I say that there's other teleportation circles than we need to.
Yeah,
also-
they're not too commonly used, but the really powerful would be the ones using them.
I also found this, and I'm going to hold up the sending wand. So this is a wand that allows one to communicate with a duplicate wand that exists someplace else. Now, as I'm not really familiar with anything about that guy, but you seem to be a bit more in the know. Do you want to give it a try?
Well, I'm assuming, as we read from the letter, that it's V. So on the other side of whoever's on the other side of this wand is going to be V, right? Do we want to talk to V?
Do you want to talk to V? I mean, you could do a prank sending message.
I think we
used to
should
do them
talk to.
all
I
the
think we
time.
should talk to the old guy first. Like we should try to let the Tabaxi do his job.
Well, it's not just his job. We're working together as a team.
We all have our place in society. God damn it.
So I like the idea of a prank
good.
sending message.
And I'm just gonna give Dyson the wand immediately.
Yeah, Dysonic, go for it. We'll talk to V. Have a chat with V.
And I'm gonna
Hello?
get far away from her.
Fix it up. Hello.
Do I know how to use it?
She just like kind of.
I just like kind of like a hello.
Is this thing
If
on?
you know how to use a wand, then you know how to use it.
Yeah,
Yes.
she knocks it against herself. Test.
I'm trying to get signal. Walk around in a circle, a magic circle.
The reception in this cave is real bad.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we're in a cave. Not good reception.
So you say hello. You sort of stand there for a minute. People are kind of watching you, sort of expectantly. And after a moment, a voice comes into your head. I see. Am I to take it that the old man has failed in his mission then?
Yes, I'm currently chopping off his leg.
Well, how grotesque. You don't sound like a fish person, if you don't mind my saying.
I am not a fish person. Who are you?
Oh, shit.
Well, gentleman of fortune, it has been said. My given name is Eviscerate Those Who Would Conjure Us Chains. But I do go by the informal this. And who might I be addressing?
My name is Susan.
Chatty one, aren't you, Susan?
Yes.
And by what manner of misfortune has my erstwhile partner in crime found his end at your hands?
What?
Oh my god. This is the best interaction.
You hear a little
Holy
bit of a
fuck.
sigh from the other end of the line.
You see, I
Hello,
forgot
yes.
that it was supposed to be a prank.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I'm chopping his leg. Oh, well.
Her idea, Dysana's idea of a prank is just to be 100% honest and like
Yeah,
completely
Because
blunt.
nobody's used to that, you know? So,
This is exactly what's happening.
He says, the question I am asking you is, what happened to the old man?
he tripped and fell and hit his head on a rock.
And now you're chopping his legs off.
It's how he wanted to told me that he wanted to be food for the wild animal.
Well, that doesn't sound like Andy at all.
Listen, I'm just doing as he said. I'm the housekeeper.
Very well. I assume that you are now in possession of the Castorian spyglass.
Maybe.
Aha. Playing coy.
I have collected his belongings and put them in a Ziploc bag. I mean, a satchel.
Ziploc bag?
I'm sure they had those.
I'm sure.
Oh, man.
Are Dysana's responses out loud?
This would be,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's right, eh?
yeah, you would have to. Yeah, you would only get the one half of the conversation, though.
So we're just listening to. That's what I was
I
picturing.
put
but
his belongings in a
just wanted to
Ziploc
be
bag.
sure.
I mean his satchel.
You know what? I feel like we're getting enough of the conversation. We know Dysana well enough at this point.
I don't even care about the other half of the conversation, to be honest. I just love that this is happening, and we're only hearing the one half of it. It's
Her just completely.
perfection.
We hear her say hello, and then I'm
The
cutting off his
housekeeper.
legs right now. We're like, what the?
I'm just freestyling.
Yep. Exactly
Again,
like-
I just oh my god, there's something weird about the way that she said it too. It's like you're hearing like one half of a phone sex conversation. It's just like, I'm taking off my shirt now. I'm chopping off his legs now.
so monotone with no emotional like attachment, and it's just
I'm just
100%
the
the
housekeeper.
truth. I'm just we just still say her name. She says my name is Susan.
I'm chopping off his legs, step bro. 100 years later. I find I have a terrible need for this item. I'm certain you have your own uses for it as well, but perhaps we could come to some manner of arrangement.
Keep talking.
Well, there's no need for us to not be on the same side of these things. I need only use it for a short interval to find the item that I need, and then I'm happy to leave you with it.
Sure, that sounds great.
So we just heard Dysana agree to something that we have no idea what she agreed to. She was supposed to just.
Yep.
Why? I turned to Jack and I'm like, why did we let her do this?
Well, she
Where would you like to
volunteered.
meet?
Ooh.
Well, I myself, though I will not give you the precise details, am within the city limits of the Horde. Is there a location within the city in which you feel particularly secure? Happy to oblige.
Yeah, okay. So what about the bar that we went to at the beginning? Would we feel comfortable there?
Where the centipedes
No.
are? Who the people
Oh,
who
yeah.
want? So
Okay, no.
Well,
Oh, no,
we
wait,
can't,
no,
we
no,
can't
no, no,
talk to her
I-
about this right now. She's in the
Okay.
middle of this.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm asking, what's a place where we would feel comfortable?
I think we should go the bar.
The bar? Are you just being a little shit disturber?
Yes, because then we can
Yes,
also
okay.
have Lady Blake. We can tell Lady Breakgleam to meet us there at the same time, and then we can have the centipedes and Lady Breakgleam and
And kill
this
them all.
mysterious stranger.
Because I was gonna say we
Kill
have
them all.
3 different people right now who want this same
And-
item.
Exactly.
And then we
So-
give it to the highest bidder!
Yes.
I would like to meet at this bar. Bleep, bleep,
Remember the
bleep.
name of the bar.
No. What is it?
I want to see if anybody remembers it
Oh,
first.
wait, no.
Oh, no,
Let
we
me
have
look
it-
at my
we have
notes.
it.
Or have you notes?
Yeah, we have notes.
Yeah.
Welk's Tavern.
Yeah. Well.
Yes, it is Welk's Tavern.
God,
All right,
looking
so
back at
you
some of these
say-
notes.
Can you meet at Ebity Beep, and we insert Welk's Tavern in among the Ebity Beep?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, let me say it
Yes,
now
yeah.
so you
Yeah,
can
let
cut my
her say it.
voice.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then- okay.
Mhm.
Welk's Tavern.
Yes.
That is going to sound so much more disruptive than if I just leave it all in.
Yep. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yes, I know it very well, in fact.
Very well.
You are,
Great.
one presumes, within the Pine Wilds. I imagine it'll be a short while before you're back to the Horde. When would you like to meet?
Tomorrow night.
I think it took us a couple days to get here.
In a couple days.
In a couple days.
In a couple days.
She's doing all of this. First she says tomorrow, then she says tomorrow, then she says night, then she says in a couple days. She just keeps adding. 100%.
Yes, a couple of days.
Yes, perfect.
I'll keep my eyes on the prize. When I see you, I shall make myself known. In the meantime,
I'll be wearing a red dress with a red rose in my hair.
He doesn't even ask for anything, but she's still like, I'm gonna wear this dress with a red rose.
quite lovely. It's a summer look. Very well. I shall keep my eyes peeled, and in the meantime, do be careful with our prize.
Should I eat before or?
Ooh, I understand you defeated my companion there, but if you're willing to eat at Welk's Tavern, you're braver than I thought.
I'll eat.
Very well. Ta then.
Goodbye.
Oh my god.
And I just like
Shit.
hand the wand back to Jack.
Just
Thank you.
so Hot Pants is like, what are we doing?
As you say that, as you hand back the thing, and then Hot Pants says what he says. Suddenly, last bit of leg drops off of the corpse behind you, and
She's
the
so
rat leaps
sawing
out
this
squeaking.
Oh, the rat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This whole time it's just
Whiskers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So. Oh wait.
Also, Hot Pants sees that happen, and he sees the rat come out, and he just like freaks out and throws a couple of sharp teeth at the rat. Just
the rat dodges nimbly.
And goes and picks it up, runs up Dysana's shoulder and drops it in her pocket.
Okay. Well, now that we've hacked the corpse to pieces, I don't think we decided officially where we're going, / how we're getting there.
Well, Dysana just made a decision for us that we're going back to Welk's Tavern. We need to get a message to we need to talk about like our plan for this because all we know right now
Guess
is
what? I just got access. Animal Messenger.
so you can send a message to Lady Brightgleam to go to Wilkes Tavern.
Yeah.
Assuming we're in range.
Can we get Lady Brightgleam wear a red dress with a rose?
And then tell her a story that she's meeting the guy there
Yeah.
to
And
get
he
the
has
spyglass.
He has
Yes.
spyglass. And
This
then they're
has
like,
rom-com written all over it.
right?
Oh my
We
God.
got a meet cute. Oh my god, we're setting up a meet cute.
And then we all get dressed up, like you see here, and we're in the background, like
You
just
see
having
here?
drinks.
We're 20s gangsters.
Yeah.
That's also all assuming that we actually intend to meet this guy.
That's another thing is we need to talk about what is our plan when we get there, and all shit comes down to everybody staring at us because they know we have the thing that they all want.
Well, we have the spyglass, and so if shit goes down, they won't, and so I think it'll work out in our favor in general.
But I think we need to make a plan before we go in.
Do we know mile-wise how far we traveled?
I remember him saying it was like
It was a day and a half,
a couple days, like almost a couple days, yeah.
Well, two.
Day and a half, but I don't remember
We
how
did
much.
veer off a little bit to go to the X that we don't
Yeah.
need to go to this time. So I'm saying at least a full day, probably. We still need to sleep so bad.
Yeah, well, we have some more immediate concerns. Like, are we going through the mysterious water, or are we going back the way we came?
It doesn't really matter to me. We have every indication that this water leads out to a different entrance, so, like...
Yeah, but I'm old, and I barely know how to swim.
Yeah, well...
I look at Dyson and I could just be like, you know, once you said when you're filthy little rats out there to check it out.
Gross. They're not filthy.
And I shoot a look at Hot Pants.
You've been harassing me with these rats. The worst I do is say they're filthy.
I mean, you've been very gracious about that. Like, if I was in your spot, I would have been smiting rats already.
That's the thing is I am a paladin. I could just be killing rats right and left.
You could try.
It's a
I
familiar.
could do it.
I could just summon it.
I know. I'm just saying. I've been very nice about the rat thing.
You don't have to.
I mean... actions have consequences.
You got something to say, Tabaxi?
I'm saying if you harm...
Are we brawling? Are we brawling right now?
I'm just saying, Dragonborn, if you harm a friend of my friend, there will be repercussions.
What
Tell her
about a
not
friend?
to bring her filthy fucking rats in here. Then.
And I put whiskers on my hand, and I'm like, and he's all covered in blood and viscera. Like,
them.
good fucking boy.
My pants is like, you know what? I might get it now.
So, legs are off.
Legs are off.
Legs are off.
A date has been set.
The date has been set.
What is the plan now?
Well,
So-
quick question. Quickish. Do we know approximately mile-wise how far we've traveled from the Horde?
Approximately mile-wise. That's a good question.
I think you're correct. I think you should be able to reach, but it also is kind of maybe dependent on what kind of animal we locate to send your message.
That's true. Animal
Something
messenger.
that
Let's see how that
flies.
works.
Like a raven should be able to fly pretty far, pretty fast.
Well, it's 50 miles for a flyer, or 25 if it's a land-bound creature.
So definitely say.
But that also means they have to get there within the 24 hours duration of the spell before they.
So you guys traveled a day and a half to get to where you're at. A flying creature should be able to make that in less than 24 hours.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. One being that they're generally faster, and the other being that they wouldn't have to make survival
Straight
checks to actually
shot.
make it.
Yeah.
It's a straight shot. Like, even once you guys are out of here, it's not guaranteed that a day and a half is going to take you back to
Right.
the Horde, because you will be rolling survival to make sure you don't fuck up too much.
Hmm.
I want to say you're about 45 miles, I think,
Well, that was fortunate.
out of the city, because
Yeah.
you can travel 30 miles in a day before you start running into issues with exhaustion. So if you did a day and a half, we presume that you're moving about as fast as you can, then that would put it at about 45 miles. Just brass. I don't actually have the full distances worked out.
That's fine. It was just more of a Is this plausible?
So we
Yeah,
assume...
yeah. I think using animal messenger is plausible.
Okay, so we assume Dysana has informed us what the other side of that conversation was.
Yes.
Okay, so
I mean, well, the real question is:
we
A,
still
do
need
we
to
actually want to
sleep.
meet this guy? B, if so, who else do we want to inform potentially to set up background?
I mean, I think the real question is how do we use the spyglass? Because regardless of who we give it to, I don't want it to leave our possession until we've done whatever ritual is necessary to locate our requisite items or whatever we're
Well,
looking
maybe, old man, while we're like resting for 8 hours, you could check it out, look at it, feel it, enjoy it.
for. I mean, I was planning on doing that anyway, but
I think we should hide the item somewhere so we don't have it on us when
And
we
don't
go
even
into
bring
the
it.
bar.
Reasonable.
you have that slightly decrepit wooden case, right? So we can,
Mhm.
at the very least, store it in there now for safekeeping. Yeah, but I agree that if we're going to go to the bar, and if we're going to hand over the spyglass,
Doesn't
then not
Dysana
having
have a
it...
special bag that other people can't get into?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a bag that heals itself. Oh
No.
wait, no, yeah. That's right. I'm thinking of something different. Ignore me. The dungeon master is wrong.
So, why don't you
have
just
that.
put it in your fancy bag, Dysana?
Good idea.
Sometimes I have them.
And I go, and then a little dinosaur goes, and then just like opens its mouth and swallows the box.
If you're familiar with Futurama, I picture it as Nibbler sort of
Actually-
situation.
the big mouth that opens, yeah.
So I think I.
Well, Dysana, you gotta get it off of Jack first. He's holding on to it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely keen on this plan.
Really?
Wouldn't this be the best way to hold it?
I trust
for you to
myself.
Leave it behind.
But you also can't put it away and investigate it at the same time.
Yeah, there's
Well, he does need to investigate it while we sleep. That's true. So we need to leave it out for now.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's
But I'm
exactly
just talking
why I
about.
need to hold on to the spyglass. I would say that by the time we get there, stuff will have changed. So we can plan now, but
All right. I like how shifty this old man is suddenly being.
suddenly,
Yeah, you're being super shifty. Like you're trying to hold on to this thing that we've all been coming for. Yeah, Hot Pants is not feeling this.
I mean, I tried to get you killed multiple times already, so I don't think this is the first time I've been shifty. Looks at his hands.
So I look over at Dysana and Resh, and I'm like, so we're all partners because we're coming for this thing, right? This spyglass right here. Like this is why we're partners. Yeah. So I don't feel comfortable with this old guy here, this shifty old fucker holding on to it.
And you feel more comfortable with the tabaxi.
No, I feel more comfortable with Dysana. She just tells the truth. And like, well, for the most part, which she doesn't do it very well.
You mean Susan?
So the two people who have a partnership already, you're going to entrust them with the spyglass.
Honestly, old man, I trust her over you, yes. She has not been super shifty yet. She's been weird. She does like rats. I mean, we have some differences. But she hasn't tried to kill me, and that's a positive in my book.
Well, that you know of, right?
Okay, obviously that I know of. You're still being shifty. You're getting shiftier.
Well, I have the spyglass right now, and I am going to continue.
Yeah, that's
to
a
hold on.
problem.
Because I'm a frail old man who would easily be overpowered by any one of you.
I'm looking for support from these other two. You guys just want him to have this?
I told you. What did I name that dinosaur? Or the dragon bag? I forgot. I wrote it down somewhere.
You did have a name.
Oh,
I think it just had like a regular human name.
Steven, maybe?
It might have been one of them was Steven. So yeah, so about Steven.
I just know Hot Pants, seeing somebody starting to refuse to work with the group, would probably also start falling into the same...
Oh, I never refused to work with the group. I just don't think giving the spyglass to the bag that none of us except for Dysana can open to the group of people who already have a partnership makes a lot of sense here.
The rest of this session's all sorted out. I can just put my feet up and listen to you guys argue.
This is why you shouldn't have couples in the same campaign.
I'm just
I mean-
surprised that Hot Pants you're being so trusting. Because I am trying to...
Oh, I'm not being trusting. I don't trust you.
But why do you trust them? That's what I'm saying.
Well, they didn't go straight for the spyglass and start trying to hide it from us and change the topic. And then as soon as we came up with an idea of how to hide it, you don't want to leave it anywhere, and you don't want to give it to Dysana.
I never said any of that. I just don't want to put it in Dysana's bag that apparently no one else can open. I think...
Alright, well then where are we hiding it?
Well, for now, we don't need to hide it. We need to study it.
Exactly, you're being shifty. Alright, let's move on. Nobody else seems to care about this, so Jack...
Well, no, I agree with Jack. At the moment, it's not really pertinent where it's hidden because we don't need to hide it at the moment.
And what I'm been trying to say is, it doesn't need to happen right now.
Yeah, and I'm
Right.
not saying it should happen right now.
Just
I'm just reacting to the
before
fact
we
that we have
get-
a character that is being like, no, you're not touching this.
Well, and
before
I-
we get to the bar, let's hide it in case.
The more distance we can keep from... The more distance we can keep between the spyglass and the only person who's had contact with this... eviscerate those who would chain us with conquering or whatever his name was, the better, because there are certain magics that work better on creatures that you're more familiar with, and so the more conceptual distance that we keep, the better.
All right. Well, we really need to sleep.
I think
We still haven't.
we
really
all
moved
need to
anywhere.
sleep.
Yeah, because
Everybody's
we're
cranky.
getting grumpy.
We're getting cranky.
I'm an old man, and I keep repeating that I'm an old man, and I need some of my motherfucking sleep. I need my beauty sleep.
Again, do
you
you
don't
want
wanna
to
see me
sleep
when I haven't had my
here,
beauty sleep.
or are we like?
You guys decided we don't want to sleep here, so we need to leave. So we need to come up with a freaking decision about which way we're going. Which is why I said, why don't you send a rat out? But then we started arguing about how I said rat.
That's because you said it was nasty.
I mean, yes! I'm a dragonborn who's scared of rats!
I mean,
Yeah, but
it is
the Sun's
also-
rats are impeccably clean. I don't know what your problem is.
the rat that is currently covered with old man.
Well-
Yeah, viscera and blood, literally right now. And I called him filthy.
Potato. Like
And as
It's
an
whatever.
old man myself, I take
That's-
particular issue with that.
blood under the bridge. I mean, really.
Fine.
Yeah, he did just get a taste for old man. And me and Jack are like... Whiskers
He's got a
is-
taste for us now.
He's got a taste for us.
Got a taste for blood, high cholesterol, and dengue.
But at any rate, are we swimming out, or are we like trusting the shifting
I don't
walls
wanna-
that led us here?
mean, I'm a fucking dragon. I don't want to swim.
You do remember that the path changed as we were coming through, though. Walls moved. I'm just gonna pick up Andy's torso. Meanwhile, Resh is just taking the rope out of his backpack and beginning to make Andy into a backpack.
Starts making it into a backpack. Oh my god, Andy torso backpack.
Because, you know.
Also, when you say Andy, I just see Toy Story.
Yeah.
Just the child.
All right. Since Resh has volunteered to take on the whole guy by himself,
Well, the torso.
of course, just the torso,
Torso.
then I think we're ready to move
Just
out.
the
Though
necessary bit.
could you even swim with that on your back?
Sure, why not?
Do I need
Don't
to
you?
cut it down some more?
No, this is fine. But also,
If there's still like blood and stuff coming out of the arm and leg holes, just leaving a trail. I kick the dead shark as I walk by, just because. It's already had all its teeth.
The shark
removed.
wakes up.
I'm already walking. I don't know.
It has no teeth now. I can't do any fucking damage.
Bumbles bounce. As you make your way through the dungeon, you hear rumbling, and you see the flaming ball. The flames are now starting to go out. It's been a while. It goes this way.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We just like
It goes
step out of the way a
down
bit.
another corridor.
We all just stand in the corner and hope it doesn't roll over us.
We just watch this like half flaming ball go by.
This way we're too tired to care if we get run
Yeah,
over.
we're so exhausted. Whatever.
Like,
Let's just go. Do we need to? I'm asking the DM. Do we need to go through all of this, or can we just say we leave here and it takes a certain amount of time?
Well, originally I would have said yes, but since you guys have started, I think it's funny.
Oh no. What'd you
How's
say?
about one of you guys be the leader, or you guys elect a leader among you to roll survival, and then we'll just see how long it takes you guys to get out.
Oh, it's Resh.
Yeah, I think
I have a
Ish.
3.
That's why I've been
Plus-
following
plus
it.
3. Yeah, I got
Nobody's
plus
doing.
0.
Survival is +8.
Yeah, that's why the boulder's been.
Your
following him,
survival's
too.
+8?
Woo.
Yes.
Okay,
Resh,
so
get out there!
Resh takes the lead. Go ahead,
my
Tabaxi. I pat the Tabaxi butt as he goes by me.
Just saying this now because we all voted for me because I have the highest modifier. If I roll a 1, it's all on your juju. Just saying.
I'm sending positive juju. I give you scritches.
I give you scratches. I piss.
Don't distract him.
Oh, sure.
Please be kind, dice. Okay. You know, it's
You
a
got a
2.
2.
It's
Plus
not a
8.
1.
It's
So
not
that's
a 1.
10.
Got a 2.
That sound effect.
This is pretty funny. All right. You guys do wander around a little bit. Resh becomes momentarily convinced that the walls have been changing again. But it turns out he just got a little lost and a little turned around. By the time you guys get outside, it is unfortunately already dark.
You guys, we need to fucking sleep. I don't think we've slept in 6 sessions.
Well, it's also only
Yeah,
been,
probably.
No, we did
Also,
sleep.
our 6 sessions probably only equate to like an hour or 2.
Now, the note did say that the fish people are more active at night.
Yeah, I
Well-
don't.
Twilight.
It is true.
Well, that's true. They may have already gone back. Like, what time of night is it?
Not too long after sunset.
So about now.
Oh, now that we've told Adam that.
Yes, well, I was just saying, regardless, we may want to put a little bit of distance between us and the spooky cave. I'm tired for sure, but I feel like I have enough energy to hobble on
Wait,
a
didn't
safe.
we? No, but that was still about.
It was like a half day.
How logistically my old man character would really be able to keep freaking going. Like, he's gonna fall over. But yeah, let's.
I mean, it was was it half a day from Popper's Hill to here?
It wasn't a full. I think it was a half a day from the X.
And okay, so it's about a quarter day. 'Cause if the X is plus or minus.
Quarter day of travel, about 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
About 8 hours of hard march.
I mean, we don't have to go far. I just don't think being
Right.
immediately next to the cave will.
Do we have enough energy to get back to our previous campsite on the little bit of an incline that blew the swampy nastiness away?
You have the energy to.
Yeah.
But the more you travel at night, the greater the chance of coming up against something that, say, at Doug.
Yeah.
I just want to make camp and sleep. And
Okay. Then we'll look for
If
somewhere
we
close
feel
by.
it's safe here, then let's do it here.
Sure, I'm fine with staying here.
Jack.
What?
That wasn't very.
It wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be about a 53 out of 100.
That checks out.
Okay. So you guys sort of like dig around for a nice, juicy campsite right around the mouth of, or somewhere into the woods from the mouth of the cave. Go ahead and give me a survival check real quick.
All of us, or
And
just
then we can-
Resh?
Just Resh. You like I said, to avoid skill bombing, generally I'll say one person does it, and if people help him, that person can have advantage.
Can I pray for guidance first?
Sure.
It's not a cat
Like,
situation.
please, let's find somewhere good to sleep.
Yeah, 100%. So 17 total.
17 total. Okay, what you find is a great big fallen tree that's gone over on its side and is partially rotted out through the center. It's a nice, sort of secure and enclosed location. One person can sit up on the root end and keep watch, while the others are well insulated from the comings and goings of the woodlands. There's a long pause after the word comings.
coming.
Unsurprising with this group.
I only need 4 hours, so I can stay watch the rest of the.
Okay. So then you really only probably need one person on watch besides. Nice to have an elf on the crew.
I can take first watch.
Okay.
Sure.
and
All
then
right.
move
So
over.
you guys bed down. I will ask for a perception check first from Resh. First watch, first perception check.
Natural 20.
Whoa!
Boom, bitch.
For a total of 28.
20. All right, so you cannot see the river from where you're at, the river that leads to the waterfall and the small pond beyond, but you can hear it. You can occasionally hear splashing out in the river. There seems to be something large moving out there, but it does not come any closer to where you guys are, a little bit away from the water. Apart from that, your watch passes without particular incident. Okay.
My turn.
So as we move to the wee hours of the morning, a little after midnight, we get to Dysana's watch.
So do I get to use my sense of smell?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
The wind is sort of blowing around the base of the hill that you were just at, so...
I got 24.
24, okay. Around 3 o'clock in the morning, as you're trying to hear above what is no doubt Hot Pants' cacophonous snoring. Mamie, confirm or deny.
Wow. That's
This
good.
is the first time I've genuinely wished that we had been recording video as well as audio. the little grin on your face while you're doing it too. It's like a little.
I got excited. I got to snore.
All right, everybody, real quick, let's run through this. Are you a honk shoe, or are you a honk wee sort of snorer?
No, I sounded pretty much exactly like what I just did. That's accurate.
It's like far end of the honk shoe side of the spectrum, I think.
Just old man, something stuck in the back
Yeah.
of my throat.
I probably have medical problems, but I'm not going to get them checked out.
My uvula is as droopy as my balls at this point.
It's fucking all scar tissue up in there. Yes, so around about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, Dysana smells humanoids. The wind hits just right, and you can tell that there is somebody nearby that is circling the area, perhaps keeping a watch on you.
Okay, so I wanted to say this before. I don't know how I would do it exactly. Like, if I were out for a watch, I would change into, like, a rat.
Okay.
So...
If you're talking about patrolling the area, absolutely.
Or just, like, sitting on top of the log. Or, like, just trying to be, like, hidden, but also watch.
It does make sense that, yeah.
But I would, like, blend
here.
in.
With
We should have
local
added
woodland
Squirrel.
fauna, yeah.
Is Squirrel one? Squirrel one?
I think Squirrel, just add a climb speed to the rat.
So I do that. Does that mean I would have to roll perception with theirs?
You are wild shaped as a druid. You only use the physical stats. So charisma, wisdom, intelligence are your base stats.
Okay, cool. So I hear or I smell something. Can I see them from where I am currently?
With the roll that you did, yeah, you had both good rolls. So yeah, I think you smell first.
Okay, yeah.
And then as you listen, you can kind of zero in, and you can tell that not all of the sounds that you're hearing from the woodlands are sort of like bass, atmospheric, ambient sounds of small creatures moving through the woodland. You can actually hear stomp through the leaves quietly, and they're clearly experienced with moving through the woodlands, whoever this individual is. But as you sort of sneak through in your squirrel bod, you see a large figure sort of leaning against a sapling and just sort of watching
really
out.
Close?
Not very close. We're talking about 50 feet off, which sounds pretty close, but in the woodlands it means that they are on the barest edge of sight for any creature that can see in the darkness. But yes, you could tell that this is a large humanoid, perhaps a goblinoid, possibly a hobgoblin or bugbear.
Okay, so at this point I am just going to watch them for now. and just see if they get any closer.
They seem like they're kind of trying to find a spot in which they can see into sort of like the tipped up cup of the hollowed out log. It's like they know that someone is there, but they're trying to see exactly who it is that is there. They don't seem keen to get much closer than about 50 feet. And as they creep sort of quietly along, at one point, the creature actually, the individual starts to climb a tree, just a small tree.
Okay. So, as he's climbing up there, I see he's climbing up there. I say Dysana is gonna scurry over, jumping and
Jumping and screaming.
and
Okay.
she's going to. Oh wait, no. First. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go up to Rush, and I'm just going to make. I'm gonna make little muffins. I'm gonna knead little muffins onto his right in between his eyeballs.
Little smirking squirrel, yeah.
Yeah, like to try to wake
In
him
his
up.
sleep, Resh just fucking eats you because
Yeah.
you're that's nature, baby.
Yeah. Or I'm just gonna go up to his ear and be like,
You just there's a squirrel on your face.
and then I'm just going to use my tail and then try to whoop and point it in their direction. And then I'm just gonna go off. Does that work?
Does he even wake up? He's just like, yeah, no, you good. No.
It was tiny little squirrel
I don't even know
muffins.
how to react to this.
Tiny squirrel muffins?
Like, on the one hand, he's familiar with Dasana's habits.
Yeah, I feel like this is
On-
something that we've done before.
The other, I don't know what he would
So
legitimately be able to do.
I know I don't have to sleep throughout this whole thing. This is pretty early in the morning. I'm an old man, right? I would probably be awake by now, and I'd be working on my shark tooth dentures. So I probably would have seen this happen, right? Because we're sitting around a campfire kind of deal.
Well,
4 o'clock, I'd give it to you. I'd give it to you.
I'm an old man. I get up early. I need that old country buffet. So could I just
So you guys know that I am a squirrel.
I mean, yeah.
Do you guys know?
It's either that or a very forward squirrel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you went straight for
It's
Resh.
a reasonable leap to make, I think, even if they
Right.
didn't
I
know.
feel like also the
Yeah.
squirrel probably would look a little like you. It might be
So, yeah,
black
so
with
it
little
has-
white hair.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
eyes?
Yeah.
The eyes.
Because
Exactly.
also you're
It's the eye
Canadian, so it
thing.
has to be a black squirrel. So yeah, we would know
Yeah.
it was you. We would know it was you.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
taps on Resh's face and goes, squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah,
Squeak.
squeak.
And if
Squeak.
Rush doesn't wake up, then I just kind of kick him, and I'm like, Dysana squirrel says something's happening over there.
So I'm just gonna scurry over to the guy. I can try to be stealthy. I don't want him to know that it's me, but also I'm a squirrel. I'm a rodent in the forest. How unnatural.
Yeah, you can make a stealth check to avoid detection.
So while she's
well,
doing
there you
this, can I, since I've been, I'm alerted that since obviously the squirrel's upset, something's happening. Can I investigate and see what she's talking about?
I'm
yeah,
trying to
absolutely.
be sneaky while everybody's. I'm just trying to be sneaky and go over and.
I just
Just
see
see.
what you just came and told us about and pointed your tail at. So I'm gonna investigate. Because I don't know what you just
Okay.
came over and told us.
Yeah. So if you want to try and see what has been pointed out to you, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
You don't have dark vision.
I don't think I have dark vision I'm surprised I don't have dark vision, but I don't think I do.
Yeah, it's always been weird to me that Dragonborn shouldn't have them when
Especially a black
dragons.
dragonborn, yeah.
Yeah,
You got the blind
But-
sight though.
I
Thank you,
do.
wizards.
you got the blind
for
sight, but
Arbitrary dark vision.
Well, I've got the blind sight, so I guess if I I was gonna say if I sneak up. But we know how I sneak. But can I at least listen? I'm a dragon. I should be able to at least
yeah,
listen.
you can make
and,
a perception check, but it will be a disadvantage because of the current light level.
Tough.
I mean,
I could.
so we don't know what this I got 217. So
Damn. Okay, so you get sort of up to the edge of this hollowed log, and you see Dysana Squirrel sort of disappearing into the undergrowth, which gives you a much better idea of the direction that she's heading in. And as you sort of like look ahead, you see this tiny pinprick of orange light off in the trees, a bit further up off of the ground, somewhere in a tree, not far, about 50 feet out. And you realize that there's someone over there smoking a cigarette. You don't see anything, I will say, more concrete than that because of the conditions that are fighting against you. But you do now know with relative certainty what Dysana Squirrel was trying to warn you about.
There's definitely
There's somebody over there watching you.
Yeah, so I like quietly wake up Jack and I make sure Resh is awake, and I'm like, hey, we're being stalked and watched.
All right. Dysana is sneaking up on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is the plan there?
So the plan is I'm going to sneak up behind him, and then I'm going to... Okay, so here's another question. Because I pictured this in my head, and it looks so fucking cool and badass. And I also just saw the D&D movie, so this is what I'm basing it on.
Yeah.
I'm already a fan.
Right. I don't know how audible my wild shaping is. Like, is it just a silent, like, and it just happens?
I think
or...
it's pretty silent. I think one might do an argument if there's a major mass change that there might be some sort of like sound or something. But between a squirrel and a humanoid, I think it probably wouldn't be too big of an issue.
Okay, so I am going to like sneak up behind him as a squirrel, and then I'm going to wild shape. I'm gonna cancel my wild shape, and I'm gonna have, or I could be a squirrel with a dagger.
Now,
I'll wild shape into a human.
Oh.
And I put a dagger, like, against the throat and whisper in their ear.
What's this? A ranger caught off his guard.
Does everybody envision that? Like, you close your eyes and then
Yeah.
you see a squirrel, like, in the night, like, and then it's like...
And then it turns into
and then
a
I'm like,
human.
whoa!
Yeah.
Doesn't that look
Squirrel
fucking
night.
cool?
Okay.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, you do that. This guy is about 7 feet tall, so you're probably standing on a branch slightly above him in order to get this done. But yeah, you can feel him sort of like stiffen up.
Yeah, just like, don't move. Who are you? And why are you watching?
Oh, well, Miss was right about you now, wasn't she?
What?
Ain't nothing. We was just trying to get a drop on whomever might be, invading our wilderness over here.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
I was until you weren't.
You wander around in our backyard.
We are but humble travelers.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Are you gonna attack us?
Gonna wait till the daylight.
Thank you for your honesty.
He shrugs.
And I slit his throat.
Quick question. Is
Yes.
this person the same person who was smoking the cigarette? Or are they two different places?
Oh shit.
Yes. This guy has he's got a longbow on him too, and he's now sort of got like eye line to within the sort of like the little cup of the hollowed out log. So yeah, this potentially is an ambush situation. And he does have a little dog-eared cigarette right there. Yeah.
So while she's talking to him, I would like to have turned invisible, and while he's distracted talking to her,
Well, do we complete our long rest?
Oh yeah, did we complete our rest?
Let's see. This is towards the end
Oh my
of
God.
Dysana's watch, and
The problem is,
you guys have basically
said the
been there for
words-
8 hours. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
think we're square here.
Ooh.
But y'all are a little sleepy.
Well, we're awake now because there's some people watching us.
Yeah.
That'll wake us up.
The same way I'm
anyways, I want
awake
to-
when I go to work.
So this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
So while she's doing all this and she's talking to him, I want to turn invisible and I want to sneak up and like literally be like standing in front of him. And so like while she's doing that and then she finishes talking to him, I want to turn visible again and be right in front of him and be holding my axe right there. And I want my shark teeth that I just made to be in my mouth so that I have.
But are you gonna be sneaky?
So you should roll for it, because even though, I mean, are you? Here's the thing, y'all just woke up. Have you donned your armor? You don your armor as soon as you woke up, before you were ready to.
You can't
Also,
sleep,
sleep in your armor. That's
Oh.
a problem.
Bullshit. I guess I'm a dragonborn. I do have to get naked as soon as I hit camp.
Mhm.
11. Fuck. I'm not going very far.
I gave the DC a 12, actually.
Oh my
That's-
god!
So yeah, then you do have advantage on that check.
This sleight of hand, I did the wrong one. Okay.
Well, it's the same thing for you.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's 1d20 minus 2.
Oh. Well. I guess it's
A 13 beats the 12.
It does, and I didn't hit the right button. The right button is a 13.
Okay, yeah. All right. So you do get there probably just in time, though. You appear, and then Dysana slits his throat. So
Wait, are you gonna let her slit his throat? Or are we gonna go into
she
it?
has him at her.
I thought we were gonna go into the initiative.
I am going to
I mean, I've
let
done what I've
her
done.
roll a coup de grace.
How's that?
Mercy kill. I mean, that's what coup de grace stands for.
No, it's funny.
I'm
But
going
there's
to consider this
another
a
guy
helpless
out there,
defender.
isn't there?
It's an automatic critical hit, which means you can roll damage for a critical hit without having to roll an attack. Now, it might not kill him outright.
And because Hot Pants is technically within 5 feet, you also get sneak attack, right?
Yeah, because I've run up and I'm right in his face.
Oh shit! Pew, pew,
Boom,
pew, pew.
Hot Pants is pretty tall, right?
Yeah.
He's about
He's
15
a
feet
big
up in
boy.
a tree, but I think he's still within 5 feet. Like, he's still, at least he is still capable of attacking within 5 feet. Like, he'd still be able to attack this guy because he's got reach over his head as well. So, yeah, okay, go for it. You get sneak attack, you get a critical hit, and sneak attack is doubled on a critical hit.
Hell yeah. See, I didn't
So
do this for no reason.
I just roll damage then?
Yeah.
Do I have to roll anything? Do I kill him?
So you got 17.
Okay, so 6 piercing. That's 17 times 2, 34. I've pressed the wrong fucking button. Gross. Yeah. Yeah, you slice him neatly, create a second smile across the neck. You grab him by the lips to hold his mouth closed, so that there's these muffled, strangled snarls and cries of pain and dissent. And after a moment, he bleeds out. And if you let him, he will topple sort of like limply to the ground below.
Mm-mm. So I would like to try to like keep a hold of him so he doesn't like make a sound and.
Okay, yeah. Make a token athletics check for that.
She does like the slit his throat and then the slow release down to the ground, you know?
Only dreams now. Only dreams now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was supposed to be 19.
It's supposed to be 19.
19.
it stopped there, but then it glitched.
All right, he starts going over. He starts going over. You can't. You try to like sort of like loop your foot around the tree branch, but it's not enough, and you have to let go.
Since
break
I'm
your
right there,
ankle.
can I try to catch him?
Yes, and I would say that constitutes advantage for Dysana.
What's that?
So you can go ahead.
So roll again.
So roll again?
So roll
Wow.
again. So roll
Shit.
again.
It's too bad I. Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
That was supposed to be a 7.
It's supposed to be 17. So that's a 6. Okay, so you're able to slow the drop of this creature enough that Hot Pants, who has just appeared in front of you miraculously, reaches up and manages to grab him around the shoulders, and for a second there, you have his legs, Hot Pants has his shoulder, and everything is quiet and good as he is sort of like twitching and convulsing in his agonic death throes, agonal death throes. But then the head falls off and goes tumbling down the slope through the bushes.
But Dysana and I see this in slow motion, and as it's falling, we make eye contact. This is happening.
It goes rolling out of sight into the center of another bush off in the periphery, and you hear, "Jesus, what the hell?"
Yeah.
And that I think would be initiative as you suddenly hear shouts and movement from within the bush nearby, and you realize this was not the only guy.
Yeah.
This was not the only guy laying an ambush for you. But we could roll initiative, but we've got like 15 minutes left here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. Y'all are funny. Oh, man. Instead of Resh, you should have named your character Pounce. Because it's a great name for a cat, and then you could be Pounce de Leon.
Okay, touche.
Oh my god. Okay. He plays in a lot of games, and he always plays a cat character, so you need to remember that, Leon. That's really good. Like, it's really good. You need to be Pounce de Leon at some point.
Yeah, I'll have to put that in notebook.
Are you always a cat character?
Very frequently.
Yeah, very frequently.
I have collected his belongings and put them in a Ziploc bag. I mean, a satchel.
Ziploc bag?
I'm sure they had those.
Oh, man.
Maybe I just
Side
fucking
note.
invented something.
Plastic's been around for so long.
Yes.
You've probably collected so many plastics, right? From the
Well,
land.
you know-
Exactly.
She's full of microplastics.
It was
Yes.
created by the great mage Ziplochus Bagus.
Exactly.
The
I was gonna
creator
say,
of
like,
the
what class do we have to cross with Warlock to get a Ziploc?
Mm,
A monk,
okay.
Zip.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
because they're
Because
fat.
they're zippy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Zippy.
Oh.
Oop.
Aw, Zips.
Womp.
Why does your dragonborn have hair?
Why not? He's an old man.
A dragon.
So?
Yeah,
No,
that
he's a
doesn't mean he doesn't have, like,
dragonborn. He's humanoid. Yeah.
All humanoids have hair.
Like, I've made more than one dragonborn picture, and they all have hair.
I'm just
So-
it's curious. I guess dragonborn are technically mammals.
Is this Jack, like, talking shit? Like, because he's jealous that I've got more hair than him?
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We could have battle of the old balding men. I don't even know how to get back, actually. That's a good point. Well, no,
But
we
didn't-
realized that we could just walk right through them.
No, we proved that if you do double penetration on the wall,
Oh,
that you can
that's
get through.
right! We have to DP the wall, that's right.
Yes. If Resh and Hot Pants, if you can double team the wall again, and you got one have to use a big black axe,
I
and
gotta pull
You
out
just
my
gotta-
BBA so we can DP
just
the wall.
slam it repeatedly
Slam it.
until it gives up. And then I think we'll be able to power through. Now, you may have to keep doing it over and over again. Maybe 2 walls at once. I don't know.
Let's remake this wall. Yeah, we might need to add a few more people in.
Keep going. Keep going. Slower.
Slower.
Eye contact.
I can't even take this hit.
What I'm trying to go for is like an April Ludgate.
No,
You
I'm
know
totally
what?
getting that. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's absolutely coming through. Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to add in doing that and then looking at the camera. And then
Yeah.
looking back. That is April.
What did I've actually done that in a D&D game before.